Hi, seventh graders. Here on March 20th and tomorrow on March 21st. Here's what we did in class. So we reviewed your plant and animal cells lab first, checked out your drawings. Some of you had to edit your drawings and add labels. After that, I told you about your personalized pathway and a look inside the cells, and you spent some time organizing information about plant and animal cells. So the first thing we did was visit your drawings from last class. This is available on Schoology from last time. You want to make sure your onion tissue looked more or less like this in your drawing, and you want to be able to label everything on the right margin here. So those four things you should be able to label on an onion cell. All right, then we looked at Elodia, and you were labeling these. The nuclei or the nucleus is not really visible, but the chloroplasts are very visible. They're all over the place. You can see lots of those. So slightly different from the onion tissue. After that, you just copied the cheek cell from the whiteboard. We didn't have time to do this in class today. So if you drew a cell and you're able to label the membrane, the nucleus, and the cytoplasm, that's good. No cell wall here because these are animal cells, so they lack a cell wall. All right, so that was our warm-up. Those pictures are available on Schoology. After all that, we looked at your pathway, and today we spent time on page 42 of your notebook. So this part you did in class today, and I'll show you how to access that online here. So we set up your notebook entry. The question was, what are the similarities and differences between plant and animal cells? It's the same question as last time. And this time you got two cell diagrams. They are not in Schoology yet, but I'll add those later. And you use the textbook or some online resources to label them. So in the background information section today, the reading is here, or it's in the classroom if you need the textbook. I'll just open this up so you can see it here. All right, so as you kind of read through this, we took this picture from your book and shrunk it down onto a handout. So you could label the parts, and then we left you spaces to put the job or the purpose of each of these organelles. So those are all organelles on the screen there, and you are responsible for knowing what they do for the cell. So you spent about a half hour, 40 minutes, depending on the class, labeling plant and animal cells. And the plant cells are here too. And we shrunk that diagram for you as well. So your handouts were the same exact diagrams from the book. So this is probably your best place to go to fill them out. In case you wanted some digital resources or to review later, those are all here. And there you get maybe a more in-depth description of the organelles. These two are pretty good. This one has video clips at the bottom. And then Khan Academy compares plants and animal cells, which is exactly what you're doing. So that was it. We got as far as we could today with labeling the diagrams, and there's no official homework unless you would like to reread the text or finish up your diagrams. And that was it for today. We'll see you next time.